will start. So get prepared. Thank you. All right.
Good morning, Mr. Valentine.
How are you, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm fine. I'm walking on the street, but I said, let me connect when I get to my office.
Okay, no problem.
I will talk to you
All
before
right,
the end of
guys.
tomorrow, if all things being
Let's
equal.
see. All right. So today's NFP, guys. So today's NFP, and we know the rules. We don't place a new trade when you have this NFP or CPI ahead of you, except you are already inside manage your trade. But I will not advise anybody to place new trades from now till this 2:30. You may have a pending order right? Maybe on higher time frame, you may have running trade, manage your trade, have a tight stop loss. And if you have money on your, make sure that you break even. So trade, another thing is, one thing is to place trade, another thing is to have a trade management. To have a trade management. So placed, this is first NFP of the year, and we don't know the turnouts, right? So let's be careful. But okay, the 4 p.m. does not carry weight, but the major weight is the 230, both on Canadian dollar and CAD and dollar. So for me, I will quickly do the USPS, then Sito will do the other PS. So dollar is still pushing to that zone that I marked red. Whatever is happening now is a pullback for me. I call it as a pullback. I think that a pullback because here we are successfully change character on dollar. So I love all these things is expected. So we may be seeing dollar pushing towards a premium zone before we leave there. And one thing I look at, which is the liquidity on the road. So this I now become what? A liquidity for price. So this is internal liquidity. So that is internal liquidity. That's internal liquidity, right? So that is internal liquidity. So maybe the news may come. If the news is bad, purge liquidity, then we can have back
Hello, Mr. Va. I can't hear you. Good morning, sirs. Everybody in the house.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome. I think Mr. Val's network has kicked him out there. So please, 1 minute. He's going to join back now.
We are still here.
Please, am I audible? Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
Very audible. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Sito, could I advise that if it's possible that you continue because of time? When Mr. Va comes, then
I'm
he
going
can
to
just.
I'm going to pick up. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Sometimes it might just be a very quick network problem. You'll be back in 1 minute, but at this point, I think I will just pick up the
Thanks.
class. All right. Pending when he'll be back, let me just give us one or two things that I'm looking at. For today. I'm putting up my screen now. Once again, I greet everybody and I welcome you to today's live session. It's always very good to be here with you. Always very good to share the market and give insight and also get what you have. It's always very good to learn also. Okay, so let's see this indices. US 30, some of us trade the indices. Somebody asked for analysis on the GR40 the other time. It's always good to see. So we pinpointed this zone yesterday. We pinpointed this zone here yesterday, and okay, we pinpointed this zone yesterday that we are expecting price to react from this guy and then go. And so yesterday, that's exactly what we got. Okay, you can see the way price came to this our line. This was our expansion line, but I also called it a key level. I called it a key level because there's an area that price at this point, price also played with that zone here, and then it went ahead to break that zone. Now what happened is that price used these guys here like inducements to come back and tap it, and then it's now going back up, as you can see. So what's our next line of action? So after we had this, you can also see that the mitigation, that's price coming back to this place, was also aligning with what? With the previous day being swept. Can you see? So we had the key level mitigation here. Sorry, my line is wonderful. We had a key level mitigation at this point, right? And then we now had what the previous day was also being swept. The previous day's candle, we're on the daily time frame. The previous day candle was also being swept. So where should we head for? I'm seeing us going to this high, this draw on liquidity here on US 30. All right. So let's see. What's our next line of action? Now, daily has given us the cue to buy. So we go to H4 to seek alignment, right? Go to H4 to seek alignment. So what happened on the H4? You can see that we had this break of structure to the upside. Can you see that? We had this break of structure to the upside. So the two zones that I'm going to be looking out now for US 30 is number one. Okay, so the first one is this one. This is the main expansion. If you check the line chart, you see that this is where the main expansion happened. And now the next place I'm going to be looking out for is this line, this area. You see, this area once was supposed to be a buy zone. Price came and disrupted it 2 times, and now we have this again. So what I'm seeing is that price can likely use here like inducement, tap into this guy and give us a reason to buy. Now, am I just going to place buy trades at any of these zones? No. Why? Because I have 2 POIs. The POIs are point of interest. So I have 2 points of interest. One is here and one is here. So anyone that price gets to first, I now have the license rather to go to say the 1 hour time frame to look for confirmation. When I get the confirmation on the 1 hour or maybe M45 or M30, I don't like to go too low. Okay, if I get 1 hour or M45, I'm good. If I have something like this on any of these zones, I can take the trade. Okay, there are times that price will just come, use this guy and go, and we are still waiting for this one. And then there are other times where price will just bulldoze this first place, come inside this second guy, and then we do what? And then we trade from there. So the thing is that when you come into the market, always be very objective. Be objective in the sense that don't be too married to one point of interest. Okay, so in this case, after reacting nicely from this guy, we are looking at here and this guy. So I can see that we had this huge fair value gap at those 2 areas. Can you see? We had this huge fair value gaps at those 2 areas. So we know fair value gap is like fuel. It's like fuel for price movement. Is that okay? So what's the plan now? For either price will come here and then we buy, or to come here and then we buy. Is that okay? So please, let's be very watchful on for US 30. I'm going to be looking at for those areas also, so we can see how we can trade from there. Now let's see NZD CHF. I talked about this guy yesterday. We remember what? Let me clear the screen. You remember what we pointed out, what we used to draw, what we used to frame our bias, what we used to draw our directional information. You know, first of all, coming to the market, you need to know, okay, what is the market saying and where is it currently and where is it going? Is that okay? So we come into the end of the CHF. First of all, we pinpointed this high. Remember, I said this high is a major high in the market. All these highs are major highs. This one is also a major high, you know, all of that. So this was a major high in the market. So when price came back to that zone, what did price do? Instead of price to just break above with the body and keep buying, you know, price now came to do what? Price now came to sweep a major high. So we know that when price sweeps a major high like this, price likes to go for the draw on liquidity. That is the opposite area that started the retracement. So now we have this. So we had this now. Okay. So normally you know that price should either do this and continue selling, or price will do this, break above and continue buying. But what does price do this time around? Price does this, goes back for this high, and then goes and closes with a wick. So that's a sign that price wants to do what? Price wants to trade back to this low. So this low now becomes what? The low that started this retracement. So price is going to likely come for this place, looking at it as a drawn liquidity. Good. So what is our plan now? So we have taken this guy with a wick. So H4, as of yesterday, this H4 zone, sorry. As of yesterday, this H4 zone was pinpointed for us here. Remember, we said that when price comes here, there's a possibility we are going to drop from this place. If you followed yesterday's call, you must have heard when it was talked about. Okay, so I said that when we come here, we're going to drop, and we also had a fair value gap. So there was every reason for us to sell from this zone. Now, I have my confirmation system. It presented itself here with this drop. So how do we join in? How do we follow up? The first trade, let me see. The first trade that, like I said, already happened. That is this guy. I'm looking at it trading up to this place. Okay, but I want to see how we can also join in. You know, how can we join in the trade? Let me see the 1 hour time frame. So we are having some fair value gap forming. We're having some fair value gap forming. Let me see. Let me go from 4 hours again. Okay, 4 hours is still forming. 3 hours. 3 hours we'll still need this candle to close and another one to confirm the fair value gap. Let's go to lower time frame. 2 hours is giving us something nice, and this candle is going to be closing in the next 1 hour, 1 hour 3 minutes. So at this point, we're going to confirm the fair value gap. So all this area is a possible place we can, you know, join in this sell. Let me see. All this area is a possible zone to join in this sell. Let me see 1 hour. I think 1 hour already did something. Yeah, 1 hour did something. I liked this area here on the 1 hour time frame. You see, there was a fair value gap there, and there was also this other block. So I'm looking at NZD CHF trading back using this fair value gap. You can put your SL above here. 6 pips is not bad. And then you still aim for this low, or you just do 2 risk to reward ratio. So let's take this out. So this is my plan. This is my plan to continue selling NZD CHF. So I'm looking at NZD CHF selling till at least this place. This is my final drawn liquidity. But you know, the way the market moves, yeah, the market is not just going to print one straight journey like this. No, it will not do that. Price will always do something like this: go up, pick some liquidity, go up again, pick something, drop, can now give you big drops, retrace, you know. So it's never a straight journey. It's never a one-line movement. Is that okay? So I'm still going to expect that we get a pullback inside this guy, and then we drop. So at least this guy should be our immediate, our closest DOL. This line here is our closest DOL. This is our main DOL. So this guy is our closest DOL, drawn liquidity. So the plan now is, if we can get a pullback here, we can sell to this place for now. Is that okay? But if we come here first, you can hold off. Just hold, don't take the trade yet. Wait for price to give you a new expansion. then you join. Okay, so I'm saying two things. I'm saying if price should come here first, you can take the trade. But if price should first of all reach the drawn liquidity, don't be in a hurry to trade. Wait for it to give you a new expansion. That will now be your new trading range. You can now use here to trade. Okay, so that's how we stay positioned, please. That's how we stay positioned. We are always reacting to what we see. We're not just predicting, oh, this thing's supposed to buy or this is supposed to sell. No, that's not what we do. We are always, okay, when market gives us an information, we make do with it and see how we can make the most of that particular trade idea. So we're going to be taking some profit along the line. You can take something here, but our final one should likely run till this low. Okay, so that's that on NZD CHF. The same thing for NZD CAD. NZD CAD gave us the same thing it did for NZD CHF. Look at it. This is a major high. Price took a major high with a wick. You can see price took a major high with a wick. And then, let me clear this. Let me clear these lines. And then what did price do? Price swept yesterday's high and also took yesterday's low, forming what? Forming a fully bearish engulfing candle formation. Can you see that? Good. So I was very much interested in this guy. And then what's happening now? We had this. Can you see? This is like our sweep and break system, or you can call it the QMR system. See, we had a sweep here and then a break, and then we're having some inducement here. So this trade may not trigger today, but at least we know that whenever price comes back to this area, this guy is going to serve as a liquidity. Then we can see we have this very beautiful fair value gap that is here. So I'm very much interested. So when price trades back into this place, we can expect some sales, please. Okay. So stay positioned. This thing may not happen today. Even if it doesn't happen today, there's no problem. There's always tomorrow. It will still, give us, except it just runs completely to drawn liquidity. Then we leave it alone. All right. So this is my view for NZD CAD. Once again, major high was swept. A fully bearish engulfing candle was printed. H4 gave us, of course, a very nice expansion and even another expansion. So the main zone is for this guy to take and then we sell. Let me see what's happening inside this region. Let me see what's happening inside this region for people that like to do quick scalp trades. Okay, it's not clear enough. I'm going to stay out. It's not clear enough, please. So I'm here. I'm going to be here. All right. So that is that. Let's see AU. What's AU saying? Okay, yeah. So we are still looking for AU to do a pullback for us. I was looking for AU to do a pullback. Let me clear my chat. So you know how we do it now. Coming into the market, you ask yourself, what is the market saying? What is the most recent area that I can capitalize from? If you go to the line chart, you will see it here. This was the most recent expansion on the weekly time frame. And I also like this zone because it aligned with a key level from the past. Can you see? Price was here. It played with that zone, played with this zone again, played with here, and then it now broke. That is why I'm very positive that when we fall inside this zone, between here and here, when we fall inside this zone, we should buy. Okay, I'm very, very positive, right? I'm not going to just, predict it. Of course, you have seen my build up, right? You have seen my build up to getting this area that I'm looking to buy from. So if we go to the daily now, you see that this brother here is going to serve as our inducement, Abi? And then we have all this FVG that is lined up. So you see, we have very solid concrete, reason, information to look to sell. Sorry, to look to buy. And then you can also point out this other block here. All of them very, very valid. So the moment price sweeps this guy and then falls into this guy, we start looking for trades. Okay, we start looking for trades. We know that our immediate target will be this high. This high should be our immediate zone we're going to look for to trade to. Okay, so that's that for AU. So we are anticipating a buy when price drops inside this guy. Okay, and What else? What else? Let me see. Eurocard. What's Eurocard saying? Okay, Eurocard did something very nice. I'm interested in Eurocard. Let me clear my screen. Now, Eurocard is bullish. Yeah, Eurocard is bullish, and I want to buy Eurocard. But before we buy Eurocard, the sell information that has come in that I've seen is very, very strong. I want to buy Eurocard when it drops inside this area. Okay, I want to buy when it drops inside this area. So before that, price tried to touch that zone, but it did not touch it. So I'm still seeing this guy as liquidity for when it will go back inside all of these areas. Okay, but before that, let me show you what I'm seeing. Can you see that we are having this key level here? We know what my criteria for key levels are. See this zone, very nice key level. Price tapped and then fell. Very good, Abi. And then yesterday, is it yesterday, right? Yes. Yesterday went to sweep. Yesterday went to sweep the previous day's high. We also had this area up here where price reacted with a wick from, So I was very, very interested. So at least price should run to here first before it even comes to this low. I think the way we draw our directions. So we had key level. We had this high here where price should react from. Then we had this previous day high being swept, and then we should come for either here or this. So let's see what H4 is saying. When I come to H4 gave us this candle formation here. Can you see that? H4 gave us this, what's it called? Bearish engulfing, right? I better help me now. If I hang like that, make you don't help me. So we had this bearish engulfing there. So I'm interested in this zone. I like this area. See this FVG. So now we also have this liquidity build up here. Can you see? We also had this where this was also an expansion area. So you see, we have different confluences, various confluences that we're looking for. So when price trades inside here, if I can get my nice confirmation, I can sell till this our drawn liquidity 1. Okay, these are drawn liquidity 1, and this is our drawn liquidity 2. So the moment this second one is taken, that now we have tapped into that our buy area, then I'll now start looking for buys. Okay, so we are just doing it based on day trading. We have had how many reasons to sell now? 1, 2, and then 3 reasons to sell. So we are expecting that when price enters here again, we can catch something, and then maybe if it comes here, good. If it comes here, I'll still hold some profit, and then also here. But when it touches this guy and enters our buy zone, I'm no more going to be selling. I'll start looking for buy opportunities. Is that okay? All right. So do I have any other thing? I think I will give the floor now to Mr. Var. Mr. Var, are you there, sir? Okay, yeah, this guy did not trigger yet. He's still active, though. He's still active. It's still active. So unless price runs here, if it runs here, then we walk away. But if it does not, if it comes back here before going, then we can trade. Mr. Val.
I'm here, yeah. Yeah, thank you. All right. That's nice. Hope you've grabbed what trade opportunity already. So I was talking about DSY. So DSY is pushing, you can see that this guy is very, very important to understand what DSY is doing. If you are trading, gold and every USD related pair, so you want to see what DSY is doing. So I'm looking as news is ahead of us. We want to see what the news will do, but I love the news to purchase liquidity on this pole. So here's the bomb on the road. So once we purchase liquidity and we see a bearish confirmation, then we can begin to look for a sell opportunity. For me, I'm still more bearish on DSY until price break this black line here, because that place is a weekly resistance zone, very strong zone. So any day we begin to trade above this zone, then that means it's serious bullish for dollar, right? So now USD has overstretched. There's the way we look at the markets, right? So we see Now, the last structure we have is still bullish on Euro USD. So USD still remain bullish. Everything here is a pullback, just like the way DSY. No, Euro USD is DSY flip side. So the opposite of DSY is Euro USD. So now price has come to a kind of critical daily demand that we'll be looking out for. So now your buying or selling will be determinant from what happened here on this demand zone here. It's a large demand zone that breaks structure, right? So make it a very strong demand zone. After the demand zone, there's no that demand because this high did not cause a break of structure. So this is a weak high. This place is an inducement to this movement. Now, a lot of people begin to buy from here. Now, people that buy from here, from all lower time frame traders, by now they'll be liquidated. So our price has pushed. So now, what do we want to do here now is fold your hand and look. Don't go to any paparazzi looking for sell or buy. For us to buy Euro USD now, we want to see a clear confirmation now that price has dropped to this thing. News ahead of us. After the news, maybe at the end of today, if we see this guy return back, maybe the news against USD, and we have a bullish confirmation in this zone, then that's where we look for a buy tomorrow. Once we have, all we want to see now, we want to see a bullish engulfing candle in this zone, a bullish engulfing candle in this zone. So, that is one bullish engulfing candle, or we want to see a pin bar, that is 2, or what we call a swing low, that is 3. Why coming to 1 hour time? Because we are on daily. On our 1 hour time frame, we want to see change of character. So I have given you 4 confirmation that you need to see before you engage buying in this zone. So drop it to 4 hours now. So 4 hours. So 4 hours now. If we want to follow 4 hours, here we have the last low, last high, meaning that, and that's why we will not use 4 hours, because 4 hours market will have moved. So when you have a higher time frame like this, for like a daily of 4 hours, you can go to 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour to wait for a change of character so that you can be on it on time. But because if we are waiting for 4 hour change of character, it means the market have to go up like this, break this high, then before we can buy. So, but no, for me, in this kind of zone, this is a very critical zone that I will not rush. I would like to see a bullish engulfing candle here, or a bullish candle in this zone. So once I have it, then I know that buyers is ready to step in. So that is first stage. The second stage is that once price, or total dynamic price close a bullish, a bearish, maybe the news favor USD, and we have today close like this, bullish, bearish below this low, then our buyers, it will become invalid. So the next will be seen, maybe a pullback, then we cannot trade. Maybe price in the next month, the rest of the month, we may see price trading to this low. You know, this low you see here, price creates a kind of flip, this thing. So this is a trend line liquidity. So this is also an internal liquidity that if price are selling, once this guy is selling, the first target is this place for me. Price will come here. So price will come. Once we have a bearish continuation on Euro USD, the first target is this low, because a liquidity has been formed from this low, right? So that's what I will be looking at. Don't rush. The news will determine our next action in Euro USD. And once we have a bullish confirmation, our first target will be this high, this double high. This double high here is a liquidity for price, then the next target. So we have, whether bearish or bullish, anyone we are into, we have target. If we are bullish, our first target is here. If we are bearish, our first target is here. So, but before we bearish, price need to close below this last order block candle here. So that is Euro USD, right? So then what's happening on GU? Like I said, that GU is bearish. From higher time frame, is bearish. So we are bearish on GU, and I love what GU is doing. So here we have our clear daily time frame break of structure. Price came back to premium, and now it's bearish. So I love what is going on Euro and GBP USD. But now all we need to see is a clear confirmation. This is the low that give birth to this. So this place, we have this candle that close above this high. So make it a valid break of structure. Now, once we have this guy close here, this place will not become a break of structure again, will not become a liquidity grab. So that's make it now a valid, a change of that place. Once we break, this will become a valid change of character. Why? Because we have a liquidity grab above. So the next thing we'll see is that price, we can use any of this fair value gap to look for a continuation in our selling. So that's what I'm looking at. So this is my view on the GBP USD. Me, this year I've made a mind. We need to be simple trade. We don't even mind if it's one trade we are seeing a day, as long as we are safe. So jumping from, before we go to lower time frame, to lower time, you build our entry, especially whether you are a day trader, whether you are a higher swing trader. Directions is very, very important. So now, if you are selling, now say you are selling now, let's say you go to 15 minutes, you are selling to a support, which is not good. This, if you want to sell, is when price mitigates this place, that you can come to 15 to 1 hour, begin to sell, you will have make money. But now price is already close to a support zone, so which is not encouraged to sell, and now you cannot even buy. Why? Because there's no signal for us to even buy. I was trying to look for a buyer, but when I discovered that, because price, the way I look at market, I look at what the higher, where is price is coming from. Now you can see leg. This is a one leg row. This is a one leg. So we have this leg. Then so we have the main. This is the main impulse. An impulse, a correction. So once we have an impulse, a correction, as long price fail to close above this, the starting of the impulse. So this one regarded what? As a correction. So, and when we have a correction, then we have an impulse. Now, the rule of rhombus strategy is, which is A, B, and C. Then the D leg, right? So this guy would be, we have A, we have B, we have C, and D. And the formula for ABC calculation is that AB equal to BC and BC is equal to B to AB. So the length at which AB travel, then CD will travel it. So if this guy continues selling, If once we have this low, all I'm just waiting for, I just need this low to be violated. Once that low is violated, my first target will be this low. This low. That is the first target, which is 100% of this move. Then overall will be that the proportion from A to B. Then it will give A to B will be called CD. So that is how the ABC this thing, or the harmonic pattern this thing. So but those one is a deep sort, but I just try to use it to explain things. Those are deep something. So what am I saying is that everything you are seeing here, so that is where buy now is very dangerous on GU, because GU, whatever GU is doing now is just what? A retracement. The retracement has ended, and now the another impulse leg has what? Begun. So what do we do now is wait for the news, and we will be happy when the news break this low. Then we can now look for what? A continuation to sell GU. So that is, I'm bearish on GU, but not so quick for now until we see it. So let's go to 4 hours. Now, I'm expecting something will happen. Something will happen. It's whether we have a price forming like head and shoulder. Now, we have left head, or if we get a buy here, maybe we'll have a buy here that will come like this before this crash. Then that will now become a flip formation of trade. So if we see a buy here, if price fail, because on 4 hours, the truth is matter that 4 hours is still bullish. So if price fail to break this low is now a focus. If price fail to break that low and give us maybe a pin bar, maybe we have a sweep, 4 hours sweep this liquidity here and close bullish, we can look for a buy. Our stop loss will come below that low. Then this can be our target or anything around there. So we are watching the development, what we do. But for now, there's no trade on Euro USD and GBP USD. Gold. Now, so gold, for now, gold is, since gold entered this imbalance here, is trading. For now, it just says leave gold, stay out of gold for now. Stay out of gold. Gold has not given a clear that. So I don't want to dwell on gold. If you come back here, we can look for a buy. So gold is trading between this support and this resistance. So if you come here, if you fail to continue with sell. So let me even remove this one so that I'm not confused. So this is the high and this is the current swing low. If gold come back to this all-time high and we have a bearish pin bar or bearish engulfing candle, we can sell. And if you come back here, if you fail to go down, we can. So gold can start ranging between these things, I tell you, for a long time before we have a breakout. So it's better we buy from resistance and we sell from resistance and buy from support. So for gold for now, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing much on gold. Wow, this trade, finally hit my stop loss. I probably leave it. No, I said yesterday. So I probably leave this. So now stop loss hit. You can see this is a trade that I made money. You can see this is my entry came, he activated. And I can tell you between here and here, this guy already gave me like $1,000 already. But I'm not mind. I trust my strategy and I believe in it. So be it. So now 1% loss. Now I'm not paying, I'm not freak, I'm not even moved. So now what's the way forward? The way forward now is, what is NZD-USD doing? That will give us a higher time frame. Now, when I discover the movement of NZD, now fine, NZD is bullish. It's bullish, and I'll tell you the reason. Here, price has been what? Bearish. We can see that we have been breaking structure, boom. So this last break of, we have this break of structure, we have a break of structure here, we have this high. But now, price break up, this high is taking, so make this place a liquidity grab. So this place is a valid change of character. So there are valid break of structure and invalid break of structure, right? So now here become our swing low. So that's why I said higher time frame view is very, very important. So there become what? Our high and our low. Now look at this big imbalance that price left behind when it changed character. We have not feel it. The price move, then take all liquidity. You can see breaking many structure, take all liquidity. Now, this is the last liquidity before this major swing high. So when we trace that last liquidity, this high, this risk retracement is coming in. So you can see now that price has swept this liquidity above here, and we close with pin bar on a daily basis. So that's the reason you see. You can see now that I was using 4 hours to do this entry. Fine, on 4 hours is a valid entry for me, A+. But because price is coming from higher authority, that more than where I am looking at, and price has already confirmed a kind of selling from higher authority. The other way, we have federal might and state might and local government. I was using state might to look at the economy, but the federal has already changed the narrative, and that is what is happening. So now, what's the way forward? That I have chopped stop loss now. Now I now see clear that fine, we are bullish, but price has taken external liquidity, but there are still internal liquidity that needed to be taken, which is this imbalance. So now this is my swing low, and I plug it to my swing high. So now a valid buy will be on a discount, not where I am buying from now. So now, based on daily basis, we have this demand zone that is here. So, and above the demand zone, we have this major imbalance. So, meaning that a valid buy, it will be around this low before I can now say I want to buy NZD USD. So that is a clear direction. Now that I have seen that this is the place I would love to buy NZD for. Now, can I now look for a sell in a smaller time frame till price here? This imbalance is a sign that we are trading to this low. I cannot go to 4 hours. So I was using this place break of structure, using this other block to buy, but it failed. But now, all I need to see 4 hours candle close below this low, because this is the last low that breaks structure. So once I have this 4 hour candle close, now here will now become what? My swing high, which has given us a lower swing. And if I look at it, this is a kind of head and shoulder formation. Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder, the neck has been broken. So all I need now is this 4 hour candle to close. Then I will look for what? Let's say close. I will look for a pullback, a lower high. Then I can join I can now look for what? To join the sell. So NZD USD, after the news will determine if this sell will continue or if price will continue bullish. Because of that news is very powerful news. So that is my take. For now, I have nothing. I can't call any sell limit or any buy limit on this. Maybe by on Monday, then before we know, we can begin to get in some of this trade. But for now, the dynamic of NZD USD has changed. It's changing to bearish already on 4 hour time frame, which we can trade to the daily demand zone before the buy continuation. So do you see how I'm navigating the higher time frame to lower time frame now? Now, so this is a way to do. So whatever I say here is a counter trade, but it's a very large. Let's say we are selling from here. This is about 100 up to 150 pips, which is a very. If I want to do a counter trade, I must have at least 100 pips range where I'm going for my counter trade. So guys, that is it. The last, not the least, because of time, is okay. I see highlight too. AUD USD, the same thing is playing out. Okay, my brother have analyzed this, so don't let me more dwell on it. So our analysis now, the same thing is playing out. Okay, the reason why we like to touch this, I'm also looking for that place to point out to buy. But again, I now zoom out to higher time frame. I don't want us to make the mistake I make when that one hit my stop loss. So when you get higher time frame, here is the last high before all this pull. So when you trade the last high, this last high liquidity has been taken. When you trade this place, liquidity has been taken. So now, are we bullish? Yes, we are bullish. This is where we start bullish. So now when you look at it, I believe buy from here is a suicide because price has overstretched. When price overstretched like this, it's not advisable to be buying. We need a very discount before we start buying. So I will love price now. So for me, I'm no longer buying around this zone again. I will love price to come to discount. Anything here, look at this fair value gap. So maybe that is the place I will look for a buy. So when we go to 4 hours, he has given us exactly what happened on SZD. I don't want it to happen here. So, but nevertheless, this is the zone which I'm looking at to buy before, and the zone that Sito point out. So we'll just mark this zone. We'll mark this zone like this, but we are not going to do any pending order. We'll wait for a confirmation. So we have a break of structure. This will become an inducement. So let price come. If price come here and give us a confirmation here, then maybe we can look for a buy. So I want to see how price will behave here before we go into buy. So that zone, we'll watch it next week. After the news, we'll see the reaction to buy. As long we are seeing the direction of a bullish leg. But whatever that make price to break this low, then we must be careful because we have a long pull on daily that price can trade to this low before the continuation. Last, not the least, let me go is USD card. So where are we going USD card? We are still going to daily time frame. Very, very important, guys. So on daily time frame, price change character here, bullish, but back again. So meaning that daily time frame, based on these informations, we are bearish back on daily time frame. So we have, so these have become our high, our low. There, when to put all this thing, we want price to get to where? To get to at least anything above the equilibrium line is a discount. It's a premium which we want to sell from. And now when I look at the road, where's the bump on the road? I can see some like this high here. So this high is like a bump on the road. So I would love price to clear that bump. Then we can look for what opportunity to sell USD card. So USD card, we are bearish. So we still need price. We need price to push to premium. So one price push to premium on this range, we cannot go to whether 4 hours. We cannot go to 4 hours and look for what? A change of character on 4 hours. Maybe around here, their liquidity, these are liquidity. So around there, we can look for a change of character. Then when we are selling, we know that we are in the right track. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 10:30. I think this will draw the cut for today. if there's any question, please, let's get 13 question in 2 minutes. So don't be surprised that we could not call out any trade. It's just that we need to see clear direction before we begin to call trade out. So do you have any question so far? All right. In that there's no question, we'll call it a day and a week. If there's any opportunity after the news, we'll drop it on the communities. So thank you for your time. I will see with all of you on Monday again.
Thank you.